Well, you guessed it. There's a bomb on the bus, and the only man who can help stop it is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves stars as an LAPD SWAT team specialist who is sent to defuse a bomb that a revenge-ridden anarchist, played by Dennis Hopper, has planted on the city bus. That pretty much sums it up for a good time. Basically, it's a cat and mouse game between Dennis Hopper, Keanu Reeves, who's going to one-up each other. Keanu Reeves plays Jack, an FBI specialist, particularly bomb specialist, and his partner, Harry, played by Jeff Daniels. Harry, the same name as his character in Dumb and Dumber. Came out in 94. Dumb and Dumber came out around the same time, 94. Is this a prequel? Is Harry was the smarter one in that one, but I digress. Dennis Hopper plays the anarchist. He's been wrong. He's a war veteran, had an injury to his arm, his hand. He's a smart but over-the-top, aggressive character, and Dennis Hopper is the perfect man to play that role. This, honestly, I think Keanu Reeves here shines more than he did in Point Break. He's great in Point Break, but I think what surrounds him in Point Break is more of an ensemble, and with Swayze and Gary Busey busing it up, and the supporting cast around him. Speed, he's basically on his own, and he carries the lead as Jack, and he's a bona fide action star. Then walks 1990s Sandra Bullock, and what I love about 1990s Sandra Bullock is this innocence, this sweet, gutsy, there's some sort of charm that she has. The chemistry between Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, it just fits. It's natural. So after Dennis Hopper's plan to blow up a building goes wrong and he doesn't succeed, he decides to come up with a better scheme. I'm going to give Jack a pop quiz and send him on a mission. Sort of like, Jigsaw does in Saw. That's kind of what Dennis Hopper does here to Jack. He plants a bomb on a bus, but he gives him a certain amount of rules. Has to stay over 50 miles per hour. Once the bus passes 50 miles per hour, it triggers the bomb. So you have to stay over 50 miles per hour. And nobody can come off the bus because Hopper is watching. He's got cameras in every nook and cranny, and he's watching them telecast. His setup is like a NFL setup with every game on these television screens. And he watches Jack suffer and the trials and tribulations. At one point, they jump across the highway that's still being worked on, and we have to just suspend our disbelief. But by the time that happens, we're so locked into how are they going to get out of this that we don't care that that's not possible. It's the 90s. Speed is great, and it has a lot of parallels. As I was watching this time, it has a lot of parallels to another film that I find in a condensed action-making role, and that is Die Hard. Bruce Willis's Die Hard. He is very similar here, situation where they're trapped in a building. You have to, get the hostages out and stuff like that. Hostages are on the bus in this case, in Speed. It's very similar, one location type thing. They also have the same cool, got the villain, got the hostages safe and all that. Then there's another coda of an act after that where there's a showdown between villains. And I really like that about the 90s and the 80s films, that it doesn't just resolve right away. There's another twist, it's not over yet. We have a little bit, 10 more minutes of fun with these characters. And another situation arises on Speed where they're on a subway train and Sandra Bullock's handcuffed to a long one of those poles or whatever in the subway. And it just gives more stakes and more absurdity happens. There's a fight on top of the speeding train, and it would never happen. But again, we're here for it. It's a lot of fun. Speed arrives on 4K about 3 years ago, and I just now got this during a Target sale. I've had it on Blu-ray, DVD, all the iterations, and yeah, it's a great transfer. Looks wonderful. Sound quality is amazing. What I noticed too is you really get the sense of practical effects, realism, which I think it helps in this case where Speed holds up. Speed really holds up because of the practicality. Real fire, real explosions, and real chemistry between the leads, and awesome one-liners from Dennis Hopper. Commentary with director Jan de Bont, who also directed Twister, audio commentary by screenwriter. It comes with a 4K UHD and a Blu-ray. The Blu-ray has special features, including action sequences, inside speed, extended scenes, and a Speed music video by Billy Idol. Heck yeah. So I'm highly recommending Speed. I know it's been out for a few years, but if you could pick it up on the cheap like me, it's definitely worth your upgrade. Have you seen Speed? Of course you've seen Speed. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Speed. And as always, this has been Return the Disc. I'm Dan.